Oh, hey. Hey there, all souls. Blueberry pie. Yeah, sorry. I wish I could share with you, but not today, right? Hopefully you got something sweet for your own stomach to enjoy. But why am I eating blueberry pie in front of you? And what the heck does this have to do with your daily devotion? Well, simply this. This was a surprise to me. It was brought over by a friend who wanted to bless me. And you know who you are. Thank you. But what shouldn't become as a surprise to us is what's in the picture behind me. And I purposely sat myself here in my yard because I think this is a great illustration of what we talked about on Easter Sunday, and what we talk about literally every time we get together, which is this rhythm of death to resurrection that Jesus says he calls us into, that he himself lived through, that he leads us through, and that all of creation actually testifies to. Do you see it? You see it behind me? Yeah, there it is. You see some of that seagrass that's dead, and behind it, springing up, are the very first flowers of spring. All of creation, this is the time of year that is really one of the coolest, one of the sweetest, one of the most delightful times. Easter, resurrection is all around us. We see it in the daily and the yearly, rather, rhythms of nature, where every fall, things fall to the ground and die. Just like in Genesis 3, the fall of mankind, we fell. But every spring, what do we see? New life springing up all over the place. And as we talked last on Tuesday and on Sunday about this idea that there are places in our hearts and in our lives where we've kind of sold out. We've given in to the temptation to try to hold on to control, and we reap the consequences of that in our lives. One thing that I feel like God has been telling me, and I want to encourage you with today, is that the reality is that even where we do those things, even where we fall, even where we make mistakes, that God is actively at work bringing life even out of death. This is what he does. It doesn't mean that it's okay for us to just keep on doing things our own way and God knows the way that I am. No big deal. He's not upset. He doesn't care. No, God cares. He cares more than we do. He doesn't want us to fall. But when we fall, here's what God promises: that out of death, he's going to bring life, just like he did on Easter Sunday, just like he does over and over and over again in our lives, this rhythm of death to resurrection. And so my encouragement for you, my question for you and encouragement for you today is simply this: where are you looking? And what are you seeing? Are you looking around enough? Because oftentimes this is what we focus on, right? Just the death. And yet, if we just look a little further, what we're going to see is God at work in ways that before we couldn't see, because they were under the ground. They were underneath the surface. They were beyond our vision. But when they start to spring forth, it's like all of a sudden, we saw a little shoot yesterday, then boom, here are these flowers. They came out of nowhere. They weren't here yesterday, and now they're here, right? That's the way God delights to work, not just in nature, but in our lives. And so again, the question and the challenge is the same. Where are you looking? What is God at work doing in your life even today? Where is he bringing life even out of death? That's his promise every Easter. It's what he does all throughout the year. It's what this world and all of history is actually all about. The God who brings life out of death. Resurrection himself put on skin and walked amongst us. And he says, now follow me. Follow me. And that's not simply a call to die. It's a call to live again. Remember what Jesus said: I have come that you might know life and life to the fullest. John 10:10. Do you know this fullness of life? Do you see it around you? All it takes is that first look. Just look. I know you feel overwhelmed. I know you feel frustrated. I know life doesn't work the way that you want it to. Same with me. But all it takes is a perspective change. One decision to just turn and look. And as you see, you're going to start to see, because can you see what's going on here? It's not just one flower, it's multiple flowers that are springing up. And who knows what this is going to look like in just another day, let alone another week, let alone another month. Do you see the point? God is at work in your life even now in ways you cannot see. And he simply calls you to trust him, to lean in, to look. And as you look, to give thanks. It's going to change your heart. It's going to change your whole perspective. And so when we're thinking about, praying about, leaning into the whole idea of Easter, of resurrection, are you seeing it in your life? Because it's not simply that we had a part to play in the cross. It's because we had a part to play in the cross and Jesus overcame that now we have a part to play in resurrection. What's yours? Where is God showing up and calling you to lean in today? I'm praying that he's going to show you. Have a great day.